everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Janelle and I am a student at West Coast. What to know about it? I'm pretty sure a lot of you clicked on this video because you want to know what West Coast is about. What do they offer? What do they not offer? What should you do to prepare to go into this program? So hopefully you can get a little bit of insight, and hopefully the things that I share can help you in your journey and answer some of the questions that you may have. So let's just get right into it. The first thing that I want to talk about is what can you do before actually going to West Coast. Based off of my experience, I feel like this may be the smartest way financially. If you have the time to do it, I would do it. And that's doing your GEs and your prereqs at a different school. By different school, I mean a community college. If you have the opportunity to do it there, if you can get classes and just get those things done before going into West Coast, I feel like it can benefit you so much. The good thing about West Coast is that you can transfer those credits. What I did was, like I said, I got all my GEs and my prerequisites done at a community college. I think the only ones I didn't get done was a math class and an English class. But other than that, I did majority of it at a community college, and it helped me bring my tuition lower by a lot. Just put it this way, I think per term or per semester, no matter what class you're taking, like a GE or a core class, I think it's about $17,000 a term, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. So if you can get all of your GEs and your prereqs done, that's about 3-4 terms of GEs that you don't have to really pay for. And even if you do, I know at a community college, for me, I think I only spent about $200 to $300 per class. And you can get financial aid, you can get the blog waiver, you can get Pell Grants, you can get other scholarships that can help cover that. And you can save money that way. The thing that you want to keep in mind when you're doing that is you can take your time, 1 or 2 classes a semester, but make sure that everything that you're doing is within 5 years, because after 5 years it's non-transferable anymore and you're gonna have to do it again, which sucks. You don't want to do that. And work really hard on those GEs, work really hard on those prerequisites, because if you get really, really good grades, you can easily transfer to another university that's not as expensive as West Coast, and you can get into that and have a lower tuition. Or you can do a little bit of a longer route, but you won't have as much debt, which would be from going to community college and then get your ADN. So if you have really, really, really good grades in those prereqs and your GE classes, it can help you get into those. Yeah, it's not a BSN. It may take a little bit longer, but you're saving money. And in the end, we're all taking the same NCLEX anyways. And then after your ADN, you can go back to school and start doing, your BSN. That's just an option, but, I'm not trying to put down West Coast or anything. I'm just, making it where it's less stress on you. It's more affordable, because we all know it's really expensive to go to West Coast. And you don't want to live off your loans for the rest of your life. What else? So, yeah, the next thing I would say is, even if you do okay in that, at least it brings down your tuition going into West Coast. So now, speaking of tuition, like I mentioned, it's really, really expensive. But if you're super rich and you're lucky that way, then good for you. If you're struggling, or if if you're one of those that has to get a loan, keep in mind that it's really, 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 really hard to get a loan on your own. Regardless if you have really good credit, if you have, good credit history, low debt to income, whatever, it's still really hard to get a loan on your own. For me, for example, I would say I have a pretty good credit score, and I still wasn't able to get a loan on my own. So going into this, before you start applying, find a cosigner already. They say, I think, after searching it up, only 8% of the people of the population can get a student loan on their own, which is ridiculous. They must have like, I don't know, close to 900 something, or close to 850. I don't know. They must have a really, really good credit score. But yeah, find a cosigner before you start applying to West Coast. The reason why I say that is because when you start applying, West Coast doesn't really give you that much time to get all your stuff done. And when you're in the process of applying and trying to, make your deadlines and do all these things, it can get really, really stressful because, you're trying to find these cosigners. You feel defeated if you don't find it in time. And that's not what you want. You want to go into this as smoothly as possible so that, once you're in the program, you can have, you can feel more relaxed. You can feel like excited about these things and not so stressed. So I would suggest find a cosigner before you start applying because, again, West Coast does not give you a lot of time to do things. Speaking of that, so I would say West Coast it's doable, it's accelerated. People always tell you that it's it's really hard, it's it's stressful, it's frustrating, it's all these things, which it is. Nursing school is no joke, but honestly, as long as you have things prepared and getting things done ahead of time, it's very doable. I feel like the nursing content and everything you're learning in nursing school, as long as you're putting your mind and time and effort into it, you can get it done. It doesn't have to be so stressful. But the thing that I would say makes me more stressed personally from my experience is the West Coast staffing. Hopefully no one's watching this and tracking me down or anything. But honestly, West Coast staff, not saying my professors are great, but mainly, the organization part of it, the management part, the advisor part, it's really hard to get in touch with them. And it's really, really hard to really get answers. And it's so frustrating because, you want to get things done quickly. You yourself are on top of all these things. But the staff, some of them aren't as resourceful as they say they are. So by that, I would suggest using, your student portal. There's a little portal West Coast students have that you can easily just, type in a question, and a lot of other students will help you. Or, if you have more things that, you want to get to know, you can always comment, you can always message me, and I'll try and help and answer your questions for you. So yeah, that's one thing that you should kind of consider or look out for is the staffing. Either find an advisor that is really, really helpful to you that can answer quickly. Even if it's not your own, just go to them, because they'll either redirect you or they'll find something for you. But if not, I feel like the biggest and the most helpful resources is other students that, have gone through it already, or just, any West Coast student can give you answers. Other than the staffing, nursing school, like I said, is stressful, but it's not impossible. You can find free time, and I honestly really, really suggest that once you're in the program, regardless if you're in the GEs or if you're in your core classes, find the time to really have to yourself, whether it's with your friends, your family, your significant other, going to Disneyland, or, I don't know, find something that can have that little refresher for you. If you're constantly studying nonstop, you're going to get burnt out really quickly. And that's where a lot of people tend to struggle and tend to end up failing, is because they're constantly, studying and thinking like, oh, I need to do this. I have no time. I have no life. I got to do it. But, you can have fun. It's a stressful program, so don't make your life more miserable than it needs to be. Go out, once every, I don't know, 4 weeks or something, or after midterms or after finals. Do it. Just do it. Relax. And then find your groove. Time management will be everything for you in nursing school. And so, you can do it. Some people work. I wouldn't suggest working just because, on your free time, you don't want to do something that is going to make you more stressed. On your free time, I would want to just relax and chill and, kind of lay out. And again, like I said, have that refresher. But, it's doable. It's very doable. Okay, so the last thing that I want to talk about would be just knowing if nursing, first of all, is for you. It's okay if you don't know what field you want to go in yet. That's what the rotations are for in nursing school. But just kind of ask yourself, is nursing for me? Do I have the patience for it? Do I have the motivation not only just to help others, but do I have the motivation to, adapt to whatever circumstances come at me? Because I feel like that's the biggest thing in nursing school, and especially in West Coast, is that you have to adapt quickly. You're changing rotations every 9-10 weeks. West Coast staffing will throw at you with very limited time. You have to ask yourself, like, am I good for that? Am I, can I handle that? Because it's not just going to be in nursing school. It's going to be, when you're out on the field too. Like, there's going to be incidents where, you either have certain cases that, you have to act fast upon. There might be situations where, you don't have all the resources that you need at hand. So you want to make sure that, you're able to go out and get it. Find the resources for yourself. Make sure, that you're capable of doing things on your own. Nursing school, nothing is handed to you. So if you're that type of person that wants the answers quickly, I know you're looking at this video trying to get answers, but other than that, like, if you're in school and you're trying to, find an easy way out, there really is no easy way out. You have to put in the work, but it is rewarding. So you got to ask yourself, is that okay with you? Is that something that you kind of would want to look forward to? Because if not, having an accelerated program at West Coast, if you're unsure if nursing is for you, you might get freaked out easily. You might get burnt out easily. You might get overwhelmed, stressed out. You'll get into the program, and honestly, a lot of us, it's hard, and sometimes we'll ask ourselves, is nursing for me? But that's just because, we're going through something, we're struggling, we're going through adversity, and when that happens, it's natural for people to think that it's not for me. But, at least in the beginning, ask yourself, is this for me? Is nursing for me? Do I have the stomach for it? Seeing, crazy things, unexpected things. Do I have the passion for it? If you're only doing it for the money, you might want to think twice, because nursing is more than that. Nursing school has, or nursing in general, has good job opportunities, but it comes more than that. There's, customer service, the part of it. There's the passion part of it, the empathy. You're going to hear a lot about therapeutic communication. So sometimes if you're only in it for money, you won't have that, heart for being a nurse. So just think about those things, because, once you get into this and you lose that motivation, there is a big possibility that you're going to fail. And once you fail twice, at least, once you fail twice, you get kicked out of the program. And when you get kicked out of the program, no matter how many terms you're in already, you still have to pay off that loan, which is where a lot of people go wrong. You have to have that drive to complete the nursing program. Because, again, like I said, it's a lot of money. And unless you're rich, you can go ahead and take all the chances you want. But if you're not, and you don't take it as seriously from start to finish, you can fail. You can lose out on a lot of money, and you can have a hard time paying out your debt. When you get your loans, the reason why people are okay with getting loans is because they have the motivation to finish nursing school, one. And once you're done, like I said, nursing job opportunities are almost 100% guaranteed. So at least you'll be able to make money to pay that off. But if you're just getting into nursing school, or at least West Coast, to just try it, that's where I would go back to doing your GEs and your prerequisites at a community college first, to get kind of your foot in the door and see if you like it. And then from there, if you still find yourself liking it after all those prereqs, then yeah, go into West Coast or go into any other nursing program. But other than that, get your feet wet. Don't dive in head first, because there's a lot of room for error and failure when you do that. But yeah, if you want to hear more about my nursing journey, if you want to have, specific content, study techniques, more about student loans, where to get it, how to get it, what to look out for, just leave a comment below. Let me know what you want me to talk about, what you want me to share. I'll be more than happy to share that with you. So yeah, good luck to you if you end up going to West Coast. Yeah, so until then, thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.